to praise upon Prophet. So it means there's a deep reality between La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. This is an ocean of Qawba Qawsaini or Adna. Allah give us an opportunity to be dressed by those lights. So ashiqeen, when they studied their studies and began to understand that when Allah loves you and He wants to give you something, what He's going to give you? The light of the sun? The light of Jupiter? No, He's going to give you from Nur al-Muhammad. He's going to put the love of Sayyidina Muhammad within you, fiikum. Then some people say, no, that means He's amongst you. If in the world of light, if I turn the light off now, this light amongst me will be inside of me. Because if Prophet's light is accompanying you, think in the world of light. When the light is accompanying you, it's dressing you. So it means the abundance of the light of Prophet is within them. So what you feel when you go to a place and you feel the energy, what are you feeling? You're feeling the light of Sayyidina Muhammad. When you're contemplating and making your zikr and you feel so many emanations coming, why? Because Nur Muhammad is coming. So each of these pious people, they are containers for that light. So what they want to achieve and want to convey to their students must be based on adab. Why? Because the fear they have is the adab that you don't have will be coming against the light of Prophet. Because we are jahal, we are lost in a physical world, always thinking physical, always thinking this body. We left the understanding of malakut, we left the understanding of light and nurul iman. And if anybody takes 2 classes in physics and understands a little bit about energy and light, it's everywhere. There's no way to destroy energy. When energy begins to manifest, it's called a light. The source of that energy must be a sound. So 3 realities. There must be a hamd, which is muhamd. Why Allah named Prophet hamd. Most hamd, most praiseworthy. This is the hamd that is emanating throughout the universe. At higher darajat, ahamd. Because it's the alif of Allah that can only make that praising upon Prophet which is Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. It is Allah praising Allah to the benefit of Prophet. That light, that blessing is the light of everything. So when awliya Allah, they realize, pious people realize that this light that I'm feeling is Nur Muhammad. This emanation that is emanating in certain places is Nur Muhammad. Then they understood that you must then have a tashrif for that light, Nur al-Anwar wa Sirat al-Asrar. So go back to our cultures and back to our homes and you realize why they had such a respect. It's not for the person. The person took a class and took a path of dying, maut qabla al-maut. They have been through many different testings, many different isolations where the shaykhs crush them and continuously crush them so that they reach a point as if they are dead. They have very few desire. And as they die, as their character dies, what will be born within them is that light and the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Just as a man and a wife come together, you're given a third. The child is a result of the love. What do you think about the love of Prophet? That if your character dies, your ego dies, your bad desires die, what Allah going to fill us with? Fiikum is the light of Prophet. So if the light of Prophet is coming, then you see why they are different than imams, they are different than outward zahiri scholars. These ulama who also dressed from realities or the Habaib, who are the lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad, they are the vehicles of the love of the light of Prophet. So what emanates from them is Nur Muhammadi. What comes into the associations is Nur Muhammad. What blesses and dresses you and grafts you is Nur Muhammad. Because of that, all they're concerned about is adab, is keep your adab, because who you're coming against is you come against the light of Sayyidina Muhammad. Who you are being rude with is the light of Sayyidina Muhammad. Then the reverse is true, that when you do something good in their presence, who are you doing it good for? Prophet is there. We said if that person has died, means why we became now Bot Paras people, that we worship the phone more than we worship Allah. If I take my smartphone out now and I call Mawlana, he will talk to you through this phone, he will see you through the phone because I put video conferencing from a phone. We're not وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, we're not more powerful than Sony. Allah says, if you surrender yourself unto me, the Qudus al-Hadsi, Hadith al-Qudsi, that I become the hearing in which you hear, I become the eyes in which you see, I become the speaking in which you speak. That's a description of a cell phone. I become the hands in which you touch and the feet in which you move. Means Allah will overtake your faculties. But why Allah to take them over? He gives them to the Khalif. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ. That was from voluntary worship, not fard. The hadith was very clear. The fard you have to do all the whatever is your obligation. But when you're coming with love and you begin to have the love of Prophet, Allah begin to train you, I'm going to overtake your faculties. I'm going to give you hearing that you can hear what other people can't, and then infinite darajats. I'm going to give you to see what other people can see. I'll give you to breathe an energy that people not understanding. Means all your faculties be overtaken by that from holy hadith, until they realize that that is the light of Prophet coming. The Prophet begins to give them from hearing. So they begin to hear Prophet and Prophet hears through them. Just like your smartphone. Because leave idol worshipping where you worship your phone, you believe in your phone. Even shaitan made us now to have the phone like a kitab where we open it, look at it and constantly praying to it. What more powerful is human. That Allah I built you with my two hands and I blew my spirit into you. Means if that light begins to open, they are walking cell phones. Prophet hears through them, Prophet sees through them. The hand that you touch from them, Prophet's hand is upon their hand. Their hand is with Allah's hand. Their movement and their qadam is in the inheritance of Prophet. They go where Prophet wants them to go, they don't go where Prophet doesn't want them to go. And everything about them, they are Muhammadiyun. Because of that, then they open this classes of adab and mannerisms, that you be trained on how to be with a Muhammadan. You don't scream in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. It says in Qur'an that don't raise your voice in the presence of the Rasul. So then any country where they yelling and screaming all the time, is the presence of Prophet there? No, because we're not raised with regular people. Raised in front of us is Sultan and Awliya. Raised to the right of us is Kutub al-Muttasarrif, Kutub al-Aqtab, Kutub al-Bilad. We are raised amongst the chairman of all awliya Allah. Other people may say, I know a wali from my village. That may be one of the 124,000, but we're raised in the council of the chairman. From the Qaws and the Kutubs, they are the ones that have been introduced. We know them, live, and they've been visiting here. Means at that level of their wilayat, I never saw them yelling. Why? Because Nur Muhammad is present. As soon as Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq got upset, Prophet stood up and walked out of the mosque. Just in a simple argument. They were arguing, Sayyidina Abu Bakr got a little bit emotional, Prophet stood up, walked out. This is in relationship to Islam and to teaching and to the reality. What they have to do as parents is something different, because the kids are looking and say, oh, but you yell at us at home. That's something different. This is in the office of representing that reality. That representation, the office of that representation has a tashrif, has an honor and nobility. That you are representing the reality of Prophet. That has a respect. You are representing now the light of Sayyidina Muhammad, that has even a higher respect. And they begin to teach, their way is completely different. People come and move with them and they say, we don't understand this way. That people speak very soft, because Nur Muhammad with us. Can you yell in the presence of Prophet? Can you begin to scream and shout in the presence of Prophet? It's impossible. You feel your heart trembling. Means everything they teach is that govern your life as if you are in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. And this is how we raised ourselves. We made no distinction. We trained ourselves to lose the image of the Shaykh. We trained ourselves to lose the image of the Shaykh. It's not his image that I'm caring about. I'm not caring about the name his mom gave to him. I'm not respecting him because he's older than me. Everything about him was my love for Sayyidina Muhammad. And Mawlana Shaykh described, even if you go, when you mention Prophet's name, you touch your heart, Allah make a malaika to go and to kiss the heart of Prophet. Means everything we do, it must be for the love of Prophet. Everything that we are practicing here, every type of characteristic that we're trying to exhibit here is not for the one sitting and not for the one in the audience. And all mashaykh, my shaykhs, they are Muhammadiyun. They are all in the darajats of the Muhammadan light. The Ghaus, the one in charge of all of them, is the one who inherits from Huwa. That they have a soul, a face of their soul is always facing Prophet. And Prophet has a reality of light that always facing Allah, and this is the reality of mirroring. That there's a reality of Prophet because it's nur, it's not physical. There's a reality of Prophet's light is always at Qaba Qawsaini wa adna, always making a mirage, eternally moving towards the reality. Allah eternally, infinitely expanding, as moving away. As Allah moves away, Prophet is moving forward. But there's always a surah, a light of Prophet facing Allah. And the face of Prophet that face out is the holy face of power, where Allah describes that everything will perish but the holy face. There's no way to reach the face of Allah. Means that is the attributes of Allah dressing that reality, and awliyaullah take from that holy face. Based on their darajat, they take from that reality and they begin to mirror their soul's face, not the face you see on their physical, their soul's reality. Their soul's reality is constantly at their Shaykh's reality, taking from that, it's mirroring all the way up into the Divine Presence. And that becomes these lights and these blessings. That's why they are the schools of manners. That's why everything that emanates from them is from that reality. Now for tonight, why that importance? Because there are people who come against that, and we call them Yazidi, not the Yazidi tribes in Iraq. But what happened to Imam Hussein alayhi salam? What was the character of Yazid that was blind to the reality of Prophet ﷺ? That's the danger, and that's why they teach us that Karbala is everywhere, and every day is Ashura. Every day there are people who come against the light of Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ. They didn't see it in his beloved grandchildren. Why? They're crazy, they don't understand. They don't understand at the physical bloodline, and that they carry that light and they carry that reality. And what they inspire within our hearts, that says everybody has a Yazid inside them. Don't judge those ones, because Allah will deal with them and those events. But they teach us we have a Yazid within us. Either you're going to give that shaitanic character power, or you're going to destroy it. So how come there are people who come against Nur Muhammad? That's the Yazid you have to be really careful for within you. Then why not to respect that light? Oh, your Yazid steps up and says, no. Because the Yazid didn't see that light in the family. Say, cut his head off, astaghfirullah azim. Kill them, obliterate them, destroy them throughout the desert and rip them to pieces that you wouldn't do to a sheep. Why? So the Yazid within us, it's blocked by that miracle, it's blocked by that barakah, because hasad blocks everything. So that's what they want for us, that how to relate that to today is today we have that battle. Every moment we have a battle within us, that there's a Yazid within me that constantly fighting me not to respect the light of Prophet ﷺ, because that's my goal. My goal is to move towards the light of Prophet ﷺ, to have that love overtake me and to be lost by that light. And that's why the schools of adab, because everything they're beginning to teach is that watch out for that. Watch out for that little shaitani within yourself that wants to disrespect them, that want to bring their station down, want them to be equal with me. Where the whole path is, no, you bring yourself down, you efface yourself and put your face to the floor. Be nothing, be nothing, be nothing. It's not your job to go after a Muhammadan. It's not your job to humiliate a Muhammadan. It's not your job to insult a Muhammadan. Our only job is to love them. When you love them and respect them and don't judge them, who's going to give you the gift? It's Sayyidina Muhammad. He begins to send the love within your heart, send the love within your being, because it's the love of Prophet that you're exemplifying. And those that are coming against the Muhammadan light, for what benefit? So as soon as you put out something that we want to recognize tonight as a holy night, a holy light and a holy soul, all sorts of Yazidi characters start to pop up questions. For what? Who is it that you're coming against? Whose light are you coming against? If you put a Bollywood actress, there's nobody commenting. As soon as you put a sign from Sayyidina Muhammad from Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi from Ashab al-Nabi, they say, why? Why do it? It's not mandatory. Everything why? To come against that light, to come against respecting that light, to come against making that light to be the crown of our head. If you live your life with that light as your crown, the Ya Sayyidi Ya Rasulullah, that's how we trained with our teacher, that your feet on my head. That when I kissed his hands, it's not his hands, but it's the Nur Muhammad Tabarakalladhi biyadihi mulk. Isn't Allah say in the Surah Al-Mulk, there's a Tabarak. Means that this is the reality that Prophet ﷺ wants to convey to us. That you keep it, you keep that love, you keep that imitation of love, so much so, with so much respect, I begin to show myself to you. But if you're Yazidi and you're following your shaitanic desires, how Prophet ﷺ going to show himself to you? And that's why the schools of adab, they are so powerful. You pray all you want, you're not going to get anywhere, because shaitan going to be fiercely fighting you. But if you have good manners and good adab and good character, they taught us to have so much love for all Muhammadiyun that anyone possibly carrying that light, we have such a love and respect for it, so that what? Prophet ﷺ grants you that I'm going to begin to accompany you, I'm going to begin to dress you for my light, I may even show you my light and show you my reality. If that companionship opens, what do you think the station of your soul will reach? If Prophet ﷺ begins to accompany your light, dress your light, bless your light, isn't that Allah's description of victory? Inna fatanaka fatan mubina. What was the grand and victorious victory? Is if Prophet ﷺ begins to accompany you, begin to dress you, bless you, fight for you, because you love him ﷺ more than you love yourself. Now you have reached maqam al-iman, where you love Prophet ﷺ, everything to do with Prophet ﷺ more than you love yourself. Before you celebrate your birthday and put all over the internet, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, and say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. As soon as you say happy birthday for Prophet ﷺ, no, this is a bid'ah. No, that's the munafiq. That when you love Prophet ﷺ more than you love yourself, it's that everything for that love. When you're lost in that love, they raise you to the maqam al-iman. When they raise you to maqam al-iman, Prophet ﷺ begin to show himself to you and dress you and bless you, begin to fight on your behalf, because Nur Muhammad is already been granted a victory by Allah. إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ. Who's Nasrullah? Is Sayyidina Muhammad. If Prophet light accompanies you, that's it, finished. Shaitan is running. Shaitan has no way to approach that light and that reality. We pray that in these holy months that light and that love open for us, the understanding open for us, and the reality of tashrif open for us. This is the holy month of Sha'ban, the month of Sayyidina Muhammad, Laylat al-Barah, Nisf Sha'ban. Tremendous reality, tremendous blessings that Allah write for our souls, a good writing. And the best writing that Allah can write for us is the love of Sayyidina Muhammad to increase and increase. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon. Wassalam.